I'm so sorry.
Just don't do it again, Brie.
You guys, Amy's going to fire me. She's going to go and find someone better. She's going to go and find someone who knows how to work mics and technology and stuff. And
At
then
least
I'm just going to be all by myself. And I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know. I don't know how to.
you're pathetic.
Hi, hey, you're using one of our mugs.
Oh yeah, because I never put it away.
Yeah.
I never put it back.
This is our podcast. What's with the neighbors? That's Brie, or that's that's Amy.
Brie is also high as a kite right now. Apparently,
I think it's just like
it's envious high.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's something in this Dr. Pepper, and
It's not even
sugar.
Dr. Pepper, is it?
It's Dr. Thunder.
It's Dr.
I had whenever I went to go get these, because like I like Dr. Thunder, but I also like Dr. Pepper. They both
Sure.
taste exactly the same to me, but I prefer to get Dr. Thunder because it's like $2 or $3 cheaper.
Right.
And so I go to Walmart the other day because online it says they're out of stock, but half the time they just say that, and I have to go inside and check. And I go inside, or go into the store, and there's these guys loading up soda from the Coke company, and they're like, "What are you looking for?" And I was like, "Diet Dr. Thunder." And they're like, "You mean Dr. Pepper?" And I'm like, "No, I mean Dr. Thunder." And they're like, "What's Dr. Thunder you're talking about?" And I'm like, "It's like Dr. Pepper, but like the Walmart brand." They're like, "Oh, Dr. Pepper's over here." And I'm like, "No, I want Dr. Thunder." And they're like, "Oh, it's the same thing." And I'm like, "No, it's like $3 cheaper." And they're like, "Oh, you mean this?" And I'm like, "Yes." Like, oh, no. They're like, "Oh, you mean this Dr. Thunder?" And I had told them Diet Dr. Thunder, and they pointed to Diet. They're like, "You can have this one, but it's Diet." And I'm like, "Good, because that's exactly what I just flippin' told you, dude."
They were
Anyway.
having so much fun with you.
They were very much confusing me. It was a good time.
Which is not hard to do, by the way. Confusing Brie is probably the easiest task of all tasks.
Do you know that I got I think I got Josh said I got hit on too. So I got hit on yesterday. It's a really big ego boost when that happens.
It really is.
Yeah.
And
I looked
you
pretty good
fly
yesterday.
high for like a
Yeah.
solid week afterwards.
It was a guy at Wendy's, but you know, he gave us a discount and also a lot of extra food that we didn't need. But it wasn't. I think he was because you know that Wendy's in North Pole.
Yeah, it's
I
always.
swear to God, they're always high every time you
Always,
go
like,
in there.
Not just like a little high, like they are baked.
They have no idea what's going on.
No.
But I went in there, ordered our food. Me and Josh got 2 like adult meals, and then we had like a coupon, and the kids got 2 kids meals, and then I got some Frosties. Because you can't go to Wendy's without getting a Frosty.
And you have to dip the fries in the Frosty.
Yes. And my burger. I like my burgers and my Frosty as well. It's delicious. You're like, ew.
I'm not judging. I haven't tried it, but it's a Frosty, so
It's pretty good.
It probably sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I got my stuff, and first of all, he forgot to take our coupon. It's fine. Not a big deal.
Right.
And he's like, he looked at me, and he's like, I'll give you guys military discount because he saw that Josh was in his uniform, and I'm like, oh, I was like, I didn't know you guys did military discount, and he's like, well, you know, we'll just keep it on the down low because I'm not really supposed to do that, so you know, and he just kind of like gives me a smile, and I'm like, okay, like, cool, like, thanks. And so I look at the receipt and it says military freaking discount. So like you're not supposed to give military discount when you have
That's
military
what I was
discount.
just
Like
thinking.
okay, thanks, buddy. But then like he gave the girls full-size meals instead of Happy Meals. So they didn't get any toys or anything, which is fine. They got me and Josh got like large drinks and large fries, and then the girls got 2 extra drinks. We all had extra drinks.
Gosh.
And then we got an extra Frosty. I was like, what do we do with all these extra drinks? And they filled them all up for us.
Like the tippy top.
Yes.
I'm sure, yeah.
They filled them all up. And I'm like, I didn't even ask for this drink. Like, I just wanted a fountain drink. They gave us like Cokes and all this other stuff. And I'm like,
Did you go inside?
yeah. Yeah, we ate inside. They like filled it all up for us. And we're like, we can fill them ourselves. That's why I said a fountain drink. Like,
He's like, and she's getting coke.
like, let me give her some free Cokes on the house. Dude, it's so expensive, though. Wendy's is expensive.
Yeah, dude.
Ugh. Yeah, it was a little bit of an ego boost, but then I saw the price on our receipt, and I was like, wow, military discount didn't do a whole lot of good. Jeez.
But did you have to pay for the child's, like the
No.
the kids?
No, like
meals?
everything that they messed up. No.
Oh, good.
Yeah, yeah.
That's so funny.
We got so much stuff, so much extra stuff. Josh is like, well, we're taking these home for the amount that we paid. Fun times.
Oh, were the girls upset they didn't get a toy?
No, they didn't care. Charlotte had her burger eaten within like 3 seconds. It's so weird. She's eating a lot this week.
She's probably going through a growth spurt.
I think so. And then we just finished with gymnastics, so she was like
Starving.
probably, yeah.
Starving.
They worked
Marvin.
her pretty good. By the way, speaking of gymnastics, I'm sorry guys, this is dragging on for a minute. Gymnastics Inc. in Fairbanks, I always mean to give them a shout out, but they still have our flyer up from over a year now. One, they are amazing. They have done amazing things with my kids. Natalie will be going there next, but the teachers there are awesome. The staff there is just amazing, and they're doing really good at it. So, shout out to Gymnastics Inc. and Fairbanks.
Good job, you guys.
Thanks for keeping my stuff up.
Thanks for doing it.
Yeah.
Thanks for being cool.
Yeah. Thanks for the flips.
Uh,
Catch you on the flippity flop.
So, do you have a question for me?
Yes, I have a question for everybody.
She's asking all the questions.
I'm
this week.
asking all the questions, and you guys are giving me all the answers, or at least Amy is. Crap, where did it go? Open.
Will you take that tea home? I don't want it.
No. I don't drink tea.
I don't either.
I don't drink tea.
I'll drink green tea. I love green tea.
Hold on.
I'm holding. Hey guys, my family's home finally.
Yeah.
So that's nice. I know you guys, everyone was like super wondering about that. All of our 2 followers. I don't have like any news to update this week.
Oh. No, it's okay. I don't want to drag it on. Guys, there's some shit going on right now, so I'm just saying there's some stuff going on, and it's stressing me out.
You
There's
guys,
like
Bree's wearing a tinfoil
UFOs
hat.
out. There's earthquakes going on. There's balloons in the air. Like, guys, take cover and wear some foil on your heads, because I'm flipping paranoid right now. What's your comfort movie or TV show? Or both.
Yeah.
What's your comfort movie and what's your comfort TV show?
Okay, so I don't have.
You don't have any specific one? You've
So
got a couple of them?
I have a couple. I don't have a
Yeah.
specific one. Any of the movies would be any of from the franchise of Jurassic Park franchise or the Pirates of the Caribbean.
Good to know.
I will always put those on 24/7, 7 days a week. And then as for comfort shows, it's either going to be Park and Rec or The Office or any of Sandra Rhimes, any of her shows, except for Grey's Anatomy. That's not a comfort
Who's
show.
Sandra
for me.
Rhimes?
She wrote Grey's Anatomy. She wrote How to Get Away with Murder, Scandal,
Oh, interesting. Okay.
some other shows. Yeah.
Okay. So, guys, what's your favorite comfort movie or TV show?
What about you, Brie?
Movies. I'd have to say I Love You, Man is definitely
That's a
up
good
there.
one.
I don't know why that is such a comfort movie to me. Also, Pitch Perfect, maybe.
Yeah. I'll do that with Alice if
that-
I'm watching it with Alice.
Whenever I lived by myself for a while, whenever I lived by myself and I didn't have a cable or anything, I had some movies downloaded on my computer, and that was one of the few ones that I had on my computer. Also like Frozen, which I can't stand Frozen now that I have children, but that was one of my comfort movies then, but it is not now.
It's really weird that.
I think I Love You Man is the biggest one though.
Yeah, that's a good one. Slap in the face.
Slap the bass. My favorite comfort TV shows would probably be Parks and Rec or Friends.
Friends.
Also
yeah.
The Office, but Friends or Parks and Rec. Friends is a big one because I grew up with it, and it's like kind of takes me back to being a kid and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah. All right.
You have to move your laptop, dude.
Is it completely covered my face? Hi. I don't know why I put it right here. All right. Now you guys can see.
So you have a neighborhood story for me?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
All right. The neighborhood story is titled TikTok, as in TICKTOCK.
Oh.
Hello, friends. I would like to get the application TikTok. It seems like it would be a lot of fun to make videos with it. My nephew made my next door application for me, but says he will not make me a TikTok application because I'm too old. I did not know there was an age limit. How do I make the application myself? Thank you for the assistance. God bless.
How do I make the application myself?
I'm too old.
Oh, but that's so cute.
Yeah.
But the nephew is probably
Is
like,
a post on Nextdoor.
the nephew's like, no, I don't want you following me.
Grandma, no. I post some pretty raunchy things.
Yeah.
Or most of my videos make fun of you. You just don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, I don't care if someone would follow me that I knew. Like, besides friends. Like, I had some daycare parents that follow me. Like, old daycare parents.
Yeah, I don't post anything bad.
Yeah, I don't post it. I mean, mostly it's just embarrassing myself.
Yeah,
so,
same. Or
whatever.
my children.
Yeah.
I'm a terrible mom.
I mean, if it's on the internet, anyone can see it, and that's how you should. Your mind should be. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people that they're like, no one follows me that I know, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like,
why would you
why are
assume
you
that?
hiding it? Like, who cares?
I
Okay.
sound like Kourtney Kardashian. Is that the one that goes like that?
What?
And who cares?
Who cares? Yeah.
Is it
Kourtney.
vegan? I've watched so many of her TikToks today. That girl's hilarious.
Oh my gosh.
It's like I need to watch the Kardashians for this girl.
So, someone from my work posted on Facebook about her snake that it hasn't eaten in 3 months, and I don't know anything about reptiles.
I think I'm pretty sure that's normal.
But like she can't get it to eat, and like she's given it everything, like live mice, dead fish, live fish, like anything, and like they can't get it to eat. And so today I commented on it, and I was like, maybe it's vegan. I cracked myself up.
Is this vegan?
Is this vegan? So I need to look something up real quick.
Don't look at your pictures.
I didn't. I did for a second. I was.
You're like, oh,
What is that?
naked grandma.
Okay. I know what it is now. So a couple months ago, I was at home and wanted to watch a movie on. So I go to Vudu. Right?
Yeah.
Why
right.
are you questioning? Like, why are
your wall was like vibrating, and I'm like, your house is breathing.
Yeah.
It's vibrating so heavy.
Is it the whole house? Because I can hear it.
Yeah. Anyway, it's just happy. Everybody's here.
Oh, it's vibrating with love.
Yes.
Okay, so a couple months ago, I wanted to watch a movie on Vudu. So I found a movie called Breaking. And going into it, I was like, okay, this will be interesting. And I thought it was going to be very much like don't look it up.
I'm not.
Oh, okay. I thought it was going to be very much like a Ocean's 11 type of
Like scant heist type thing, or like a
heist, but also like kind of it's like went bad, really poor, bad. Anyway,
oh,
so at the
okay.
end, I actually looked it up and realized it was based on a true story.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
And so
It's called Breaking.
it's called Breaking.
Who's in it?
Uh, no one super famous, but the girl. Did you ever watch the first Dear John?
Yes,
She's in it.
with
The mom.
what's his face? Channing.
No, not Dear John. Gosh dang it. So, the one of the yeah,
Where's Ma'am Kinda Snacks?
down in the garage.
Okay.
So John
Yeah, I'm looking it up.
Boyga.
Okay.
Rosa Diaz is in it.
Oh, okay.
She's from
Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
no, someone else. You're thinking of someone else. Rosa Diaz is in it. She is from Orange is the New Black.
Oh, okay.
And then Lisa Larson is in it. Oh, I was reading the character's name. Selena's Leva, she is in it. She's from Orange is the New Black. And then Connie Britton, she's in tons of movies. She's in Nashville, Friday Night Lights, Dirty John, White Lotus, American Horror Story. She's in a ton of stuff.
Okay.
But anyway, so
what's his face from Star Wars is in it?
yeah, so I was like,
Finn.
the movie was really good, and they did a pretty decent job of making sure that the story was correct to the actual story, the storyline. But it took me a couple months to decide to do it because it's really depressing.
Oh, okay.
So, and I probably won't cry, but I don't know why. It just it was a hard story for me to write.
Strikes a nerve a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm going to tell you about Brian Easley. He was born in 1983 in Williamstown, New Jersey. He was a mama's boy. He was the youngest of 8 kids.
It's not in there.
In the black bags in the garage.
Okay.
I love how kids are so good at looking for things.
Yeah.
They're the best.
She's the best at it. He was a mama's boy. He was the youngest of 8 kids, and it was a tight fit in a ranch-style home. 10 family members crammed into a 3-bedroom
Wow.
house. They lived south of Philly in a safe and quiet small-town feel type of neighborhood. Growing up, Brian had a few close friends, but he was closest with his brother James. They would often play PlayStation marathons together. Brian was soft-spoken and timid as a teenager and was painfully shy around girls.
Oh.
But at just 18 years old, he enlisted into the Marines. And during his basic training graduation, his mom even said he went in as a boy and they turned him into a man.
Well, that'll happen.
That will happen. So in 2005, Brian deployed to Iraq. He was not in the front line. He worked in supply, which he thought was going to be a safe position. But unfortunately, his platoon scrambled on the daily trying to hide from mortars and bombs and stuff like that.
Oh.
He moved up the ranks pretty fast, and by the time he was honorably discharged, he was an officer in 2005. However, Brian had served many difficult missions while in Iraq, and he paid for it. He had suffered visual field loss and PTSD and terrible chronic back pain. His transition to civilian life was difficult. He moved to Jefferson, Georgia to live with his mom when he got back. He had, like I said, the serious backaches and the PTSD, and anxiety was getting the best of him. He ended up meeting his wife at a local Walmart. She was a cashier there. Jessica Tate was after he was shortly discharged.
You okay? What's the matter, baby?
I think she was stepping on her own foot. I'm not going to lie. That's what it looked like.
Oh, something happened. You okay?
So, he after that they got married almost immediately. After being together for a while, Jessica noticed Brian would take off for days at a time and had no idea where he went. It turns out he would disappear for long stretches at a time as his symptoms of his PTSD got worse.
Oh, no.
And he didn't want her to see it, so he would just take off.
That's so sad.
Yeah, this made Brian unreliable. Jessica seemed to generally love Brian, but just couldn't rely on him as a partner.
Right.
They did end up having a daughter together in 2008, though. In 2011, his mom passed away, so Brian had nowhere to stay. He would couch surf on relatives' couches, nonprofit housing facilities, and even would check in at the VA mental hospital so he would have somewhere to stay.
So was he still, like, with her?
They were legally married, but they just kind of made, like, this thing, like, I can't rely on you, and he's like, I get it. So, so she would, like, kind of take care of him, but it was, like, he put, like, such a wedge in between them because
Trying to protect them.
He was trying to protect her, so, and the kid. So, he would also often resort to sleeping in his car. For the most part, he kept his distance, like we just talked about, he kept his distance from Jessica and their daughter. Because of Brian's condition, he couldn't work, so he relied on his monthly disability check from the VA, which was a total of $892 a month, which I'm sure he could have gotten so much more if he just went back.
Yeah.
But for about 3 years after his mother's death, Brian was gone. He just disappeared, and no one knew where he was. Jessica tried for months on end trying to track him down at local VAs up and down the East Coast. VA hospitals, I should say, with no avail. She could not find him, so she just decided to move on. In 2014, Brian reappeared and moved in with his brother, and he went to his doctor's appointments. He kept them. He would stay on track, and it seemed like he wanted to get his life, like, get a hold of his life.
Right.
So, and they're like, where'd you go? And he's like, oh, I went down to Orlando to take filmmaking classes.
Oh, okay. That's random. All right.
So in 2017, Brian enrolled himself in computer classes at the Lincoln College of Technology which is a for-profit school in a strip mall. Let me turn this off real quick. He even bought his daughter a phone so that they could regularly talk, and he would help her with her homework. So it seemed like he was really getting his life back.
Yeah.
Brian's monthly check was tight. Some of it went towards child support, and he would also wire Jayla, his daughter, money anytime she needed it. Brian had also promised Jayla he would get her a dog.
Oh.
So the summer of 2017, there's also way more in depth to his background, but I just couldn't get into it. So the summer of 2017, Brian was staying in a hotel for $25 a night, where he would often stay if he had the money. The first week of July, he decided he had not really received his monthly check from the VA because you get it on the first
Okay.
of every month. So Brian got on the phone because that's his only income.
Right.
Brian got on the phone with the Veterans Crisis Line to ask them what was happening with his check. He called them multiple times and was getting nowhere with them. So he went down to the VA's regional benefits office in Atlanta, but they ended up kicking him out because of his behavior. Now, mind you, you can't be screaming at people.
Right. But on
like,
the other hand, if that's your life, that's your means
yeah,
of living.
and they were just like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, it's a bummer.
What did I protect and serve your country for?
Yeah. So
You're not gonna help me?
they really just kind of shrugged him off, unfortunately.
Okay.
So on July 7th, 2017, Brian woke up in his $25 a night hotel and decided that he needed to make a change. At 9:30 a.m., he walked into the Wells Fargo on Windy Hills Road. He went to the teller that was calling him over and told her that the backpack he had on his back contained C4 explosives.
Oh, no.
So, he allowed several employees and customers to leave the building. He kept 2 workers and instructed them to lock the doors and stay put. Brian then started making 911 calls to the. Brian then started calling 911, telling them that he had hostages at the Wells Fargo and explosives.
Okay.
He then called the local news station WSB TV to explain how the VA had taken everything from him. And he said, with my last little bit of money I got, I've been able to hold up in a hotel, but I'll be out on the street and I will have nothing, and I'm not going to have any money for food or anything, and I'm going to be homeless and I'm going to starve. After being on the phone with the editor for 30 of the television for 38 minutes, telling her about his military history, his daughter, and frustrations with the VA, he allowed one of the hostages to talk to the editor. And she described Brian as a very respectful man, but she was still scared.
Yeah, of course.
So Brian was very vocal about how he didn't want anyone to get hurt. He just wanted the money that was owed to him. He mentioned if he detonated the bomb, if detonating the bomb was his solution, he would let the ladies go first. So he was only using them as leverage for them so that he could get attention for someone to help him with his VA benefits.
Okay. So he wasn't into killing. He didn't want to kill anyone.
No. Across the street, an incident command center was being set up at the Texaco gas station, and 2 snipers took positions at the edge of the bank's rear parking lot. While waiting for the money, and the incident command center was basically like the negotiation center.
Where was this again? In Florida?
This is in Georgia.
Okay, Georgia. Oh,
Yeah.
That's right. Okay.
While waiting for the money from the VA, Brian called Jessica, his wife, and her cousin Yolanda Usher, which, like, what a cool last name.
Yeah, right.
He also answered Wells Fargo customer service calls that came in.
Oh.
People would be like, hey, I need help with this. And he would answer, and he'd be like, listen, there's an emergency going on. You need to come call back. Like,
you're such, like, a go-getter kind of guy. Like, aw.
So
he's like, I don't want to put anyone out.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
also, like, I need to make my point.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to screw you guys over. Just the government, man.
Yeah. So sometime after 11 a.m., Sergeant Andrews Bates, the incident lead crisis negotiator, settled into a black Ford Tyrus, I don't know, some type of car, at the Texaco. He took a deep breath and dialed the number given to him by the 911 operator. Bates, the sergeant, was very similar to Brian. They were both black. They were both established with the military.
Okay.
And they and so Bates said he called Brian and he said, I'm going through it with Veterans Affairs myself, so I know it can be difficult when they drag their feet, he said. And he was able to level with Brian and asked if he could release one of the women.
Okay.
And Brian agreed. He was like, okay, I'll do that, but on one condition. You need to go and get me a pack of menthol Newport, or get a pack of Newports in exchange for one of the women.
Okay. You're stressed out.
Yeah. So Bates went to the command center where he could tell the superiors the good news and come up with a plan of how to safely retrieve the hostage and exchange her for the cigarettes. While this was happening, one of the hostages who had been on the phone with 911 like this whole time, Brian let her talk to them. He didn't care.
Right.
She was on the phone with 911 and realized that Brian went to the bathroom, and they're like, we have a window where we can escape safely. And and unfortunately, like, they took way too long trying to figure out how to get them out of there while he was in the bathroom.
Yeah, like, just let him go out the door.
Yeah. He was in he was in the bathroom long enough for both of them to run out the door, but while they were planning the escape with the officer on the line, Brian reappeared.
Okay.
Well, this was happening, so a lot of things were happening all at once.
I feel like they should be prepared for something like that to happen. Like, okay, yeah. if the person doing this steps away for a minute, we need to have a backup plan. And like, okay, let's initiate escape. The bad person went to the bathroom.
I agree.
Plan number two.
Unfortunately, this plan, like this whole situation, was just poorly managed.
Right.
So, while this was happening, so a lot of things, like I said, lots of things happening at the same time. The two snipers were still keeping a target on Brian, and every once in a while, one of them would radio in asking for permission to take down the target.
Okay, but he's not gonna kill anyone.
Right, but they also don't technically know that.
And he has a bomb.
He has a
supposedly.
bomb. Yeah. But they were never cleared for this. They're like, no. Like, he's working with us, and this is what we want. We want him out alive.
Right.
But at 12:15 p.m., a single shot echoed everyone's ears, ending the 3-hour ordeal, adding Brian to the list of 236 mentally ill people killed by police in 2017. At 1:30 p.m., the leading officers incorrectly framed the incident as an extraction operation gone bad. So they said this to the media. He claimed that we had a SWAT team, tactical team, moved up to the back to help get the hostages out. During the process, contact was made with the suspect, and it appears that the subject was deceased at that time. And they implied Brian was shot during some sort of confrontation with the team helping the hostages come out, but it was actually like one of the snipers.
Oh my
so
gosh.
One of the snipers shot him without permission. So, even though the sniper was never given the go-ahead to shoot Brian, he was cleared of all charges.
Oh my gosh.
So after
you went wrong on an order, like you didn't even obey orders,
and
you were in charge of murdering someone.
Yep, and Brian was working with them. So
and they had 911 on the call the entire time. Still, they heard the shot too.
Yep,
probably
everyone heard it.
Jeez,
everyone knew what happened, except for the media and stuff like that, because they were kept behind a
right.
So, after the bank was emptied, a robot entered the bank to retrieve what was in the backpack. They found a Bible, some papers, a small machete, and other small items.
Oh.
Brian never mentioned the machete or even took it out, and so they assumed it was something that he would use for everyday protection. On Brian's person, a wallet was found, a broken cross pendant, an electronic device, which was what one of the hostages, the bank tellers, assumed was the remote for the bomb, but it was actually a tool to find secret listening devices because Brian was paranoid
from being PTSD.
So, as of what actually happened to Brian's check, Brian visited the school's Marita campus on June 30th to discuss the possibility that his money had been garnished due to a tuition issue. A counselor at the school called the VA directly, and Brian was given an appointment at the VA's regional benefit office on July 3rd. And that was that place where he went. He was extremely agitated, and the VA spokesperson said, as a result, was briefly placed him in. They even put him in handcuffs at one point because he was so agitated, and brought him outside to calm him down. The spokesperson said, "Please remove the handcuffs," and a VA benefits supervisor explained to him that his compensation check was recouped due to a debt that had created by his failure to complete college courses. And Brian agreed to return on July 6th with proper documentation to set up a payment plan and left the regional office voluntarily, but he never returned. And so this is the last bit. According to Carrie Wofford, President Veterans Education Success, a nonprofit watchguard and advocacy group, the issue of veterans like Brian Easley failing to understand their liability for the GI Bill overpayments happen literally all the time. A 2015 report by the General Accounting Office estimates that a quarter of all veterans receiving tuition assistance are billed for overpayments, many without ever fully understanding how the system works. Because the VA is not effectively communicating its program policies to veterans, the report said some veterans may be incurring debt that they could have otherwise avoided.
Jeez.
And so there's Brian suffered from possible schizophrenia and stuff like that as well, but I don't know, it was just it just was really sad.
It's heartbreaking.
Yeah.
It's the system failing, like that. Even nowadays, like that was what 2017 is what you said.
2017.
Like still, guys, like we can't still get our shit together.
Yeah.
Like we need a better system. Like the guy freaking risked his life for our country. Got problems that would have affected him for the rest of his entire life.
Yeah.
I feel like they should make mental problems more like
aware.
Not even it is aware. They should make it more okay because it's embarrassing.
Yeah.
And also it makes people think that like if they're going to talk about it, they're going to be like sent to a loony bin. Like they need to normalize it. It needs to be normalized. Like mental, like especially with men and the military, because I'm sorry, but that's ridiculous. That is a huge system fail. It makes me so mad. It makes me mad that they didn't make him get counseling or anything, or just like, I don't know. And maybe I'm sure they recommended counseling. And
well, he went to mental hospitals,
but like they
voluntarily.
I don't know. I just feel like stuff like that is an embarrassing thing that people don't like to talk about.
It is embarrassing.
And it shouldn't be.
It shouldn't be.
It shouldn't be.
But
especially for men. It's starting, I feel like ever since COVID, and I will say this, one big thing for COVID is that mental awareness has been way bigger since COVID happened.
Yeah.
And I think that is really important.
Right.
But like, I don't know. I feel like a lot of that could have been avoided if that guy was more mentally stable. And obviously, the VA freaking screwed him over.
Yeah.
And I was just telling you this the other day, or maybe I was telling someone else. I don't know. But I feel like they should have like a briefing, a yearly
You were
briefing.
telling me that, yeah.
Yeah. For military or military retirees, some kind of reminder sent to people to remind them of their benefits and what they are, like,
And how to use them.
how to use them. Yes, because I know people who have been in the military for however long and they don't know a thing.
Yep.
My mom was in the military and she didn't, like, she had just had this accident that had happened, didn't even think about the VA. Like,
Yep.
she can go through the VA. Like, if you were in the military, you can use stuff like that, but know what kind of stuff they offer
Right.
and familiarize
And
yourself
what you're
with
signing
it.
up for, because apparently if
Yeah.
you don't finish your classes, you have to pay that back.
I did know that. I knew a girl who I went to school with who was like really big on, like, I have to do good this semester. Also, if you don't do good in your classes, if you fail them,
Yeah.
you won't be able
I know
to,
that's
they won't
how it
pay
is
for
with like government assistance
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
which makes sense. But
Yeah.
like, let people know.
Let them know.
Make sure you very much let them know. Like, give them a reminder or something. People forget they have a lot going on.
Yeah.
I mean, don't be in the business to screw people over,
Well,
because stuff
yeah.
like that happens.
Yeah.
Oh man, that was sad. That was
I know.
sad.
I almost started crying.
Yeah, me too. Just because it's just so close to home.
Yeah.
Not close to home, but you know, I've family in the military, and it's just awful.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sucks.
Well,
Wow.
I mean, Rick has PTSD, and
Yeah.
he's been screwed over by the VA. The VA has been so good for him, but he's also been screwed
Yeah.
so bad by the VA. And so it kind of was relatable in a sense of like, oh my gosh, like
This happens to a lot of people.
it, it happens. It's still happening.
But also, let's talk about the other thing with the sniper.
Yes, that guy needs to go to jail.
I am all about Blue Lives Matter. I'm not afraid to say that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm for police, but I do believe that there are bad cops.
Yeah.
And they can't control him. Like,
No.
that someone can't control someone pulling a trigger.
Right.
But like, that guy should have gotten in trouble for it and fired.
Well, there
and
was a
put
grand
into
jury,
jail.
so there was enough charges for him to go to grand jury.
That's ridiculous that he didn't.
And they said nope.
Wow.
He's good.
That's ridiculous.
So, which is so sad because that man, So definitely check out the movie
Breaking.
I have it on my video.
That's a good
if you
story.
Watch it. Yeah.
Sad, but yeah, it's a good story. I don't want to watch the movie. I'd
it's-
probably cry the whole time.
You know,
I'm a very
there's a lot of
person.
they really were able to make it like comedic in
Yeah.
a sense.
Okay.
And like he was joking the whole time too. So as much as like frustrated as he was, and he would like, you could see the acting was really good.
Yeah.
You could see the frustration and the trauma and the mental illness. You can see all of it. But like at the same time, he would be like, I'm so sorry to put you guys through this. Like, this sucks for
Aw.
you. And they would be like, oh, it's okay, honey.
Oh.
So, yeah. So it's Breaking. And there's also a really, really, really good essay that I read about it called They Didn't Have to Kill Him.
Right.
Which was told, like, this guy spent 7 months researching and interviewing people on the backstory of him and where people messed up
Right.
and whatnot. It was really good.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay.
Anyways.
Where's that essay at? Just look it up.
I found it on taskandpurpose.com/news/death Lance. I will send you the link.
Okay.
But I found it on taskandpurpose.com, which is a
Alright.
military link, I believe.
That was a good story. Okay.
Thank you.
Well, let's get on to a more upper note. Glad I did this story now.
Yeah, me too.
It's kind of freaky, but also so I, as usual, I feel like it's just like ADD, and then I've had screaming kids in my house for like a week, and like I can't focus. So I've had a very hard time focusing and like settling on a story. Like I
Yeah.
got through like a whole 2 pages of one of my stories, and I'm like, nope, trash it. I don't like it. And so then I would like browse, then I'd get like busy and start like grocery shopping or browse Facebook, and then like
Yeah.
at one point I was like, ooh, I wonder if there's any haunted things on eBay, because every once in a while I look at that, and I was like, what if I did a story uncovering the current things that are haunted on eBay?
I love
So if I ever struggle with finding a story, I can just do the latest eBay finds,
Why
haunted
not?
eBay finds. So
Why
we're gonna
not?
call this haunted eBay segments.
Okay.
Segment 1. All right, so if you will open up to the first image that I sent you, it is a stuffed animal.
This looks like Alice's breakfast.
Let me see. What? Her
She has a
breakfast?
stuffed animal named Breakfast, and it looks just like this.
I thought you were saying she eats like stuffed animals for breakfast.
No, we're in
It's
Disney
disturbing.
one time, and she's like, "Mom, I really want breakfast." And I was like, "Honey, we just ate lunch. Like, what?" She's like, "No, I want breakfast. It's so cute." And I was like, "Okay, well, like, we can get a snack in a little bit. Like, calm down." It was like back and forth for like 10 minutes. I'm like, "What are you talking about?" So she brings me over to this stuffed animal, and it says like Beijing or something on it, but she
Aw.
read it as breakfast.
Oh, so you had to get it for her?
I had to get it for her, and she named it Breakfast.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah.
What a fun story. That's so cute.
Sorry.
No, I love that. Oh, I love things
Okay.
like that.
So this is, go ahead.
Yes, various haunted eBay items. I just picked some of my favorites that I found. All right, so item number 1 is it's titled Authentic Real Haunted Vessel Doll / Child Spirit / Very Active, all caps, Need Loving Home. Condition used. Price is $55. That's a bargain. And the description from the seller is Haunted Doll, name Maria, age 11, energy type intelligent / positive.
Whoa.
All right, activity.
Are you going to describe what it looks like?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll do it afterwards.
Okay.
Okay, so activity, EMF, spirit box, medium, communication, pendulum, motion sensor, light bulbs, disembodied, whistling, and whispering. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
So, Maria is very silly and playful spirit who seems to be more comfortable with mediums and sensitives. That's not saying that she isn't active with everyone, but it does seem that when mediums and gifted people are present, she's more open to show her presence. During sessions with the mediums, she has told them that she prefers to be with other spirits so she can play and have friends. As per activity, she has been heard whispering and whistling as a disembodied voice / tone and has communicated through the spirit box too. She has used the pendulum, but she's intermittent with her responses. She will also play with the motion sensor light balls and EMF detectors too.
Fun.
Follow me on YouTube channel for Phantom follows for tips on how to keep your spirits active.
Oh.
And so Maria, guys, is a cute little like white leopard cheetah stuffed animal with blue eyes. It's like white and it's got like the little cheetah prints on it. Is that
Yeah. That's what it
leopard?
looks like, a snow
a
leopard.
panther? Yeah, snow leopard. It's very cute. And yeah, it is on eBay, guys. It's only $55. So
Go get it.
yeah, and I think it was a buy now too. So you don't have to fight with anybody. All right, item number 2. Go ahead and go to your next picture. It should be of I'll go ahead and describe it now. It's of a baby doll that looks like it's a real life baby doll. You know what I'm talking about? Like the real life ones that look kind of real.
Yes.
And it's got a weird,
yeah.
funky belly button umbilical cord thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
It looks like
So-
it's also wearing like a hospital bracelet.
Yes. It's like the real life baby dolls, guys, and it's got like blue eyes. He looks like he's about to say "thug life" or something. He's got like his eyes squinted.
He
and
really
stuff.
does.
Yeah,
It's the arms too.
and his belly's like really poking out, like he's about to like go into some like sumo wrestler thing. And I can post these pictures too. So it is titled Authentic Real Haunted Vessel Doll Child Spirit. Very active, lifelike. Condition used, price $125. A lot
Dang.
more. Item description from seller says authentic real haunted vessel doll child spirit. There's a question mark on it.
Okay.
Very active, lifelike. So I bought this from a location we was investigating. I'm just gonna read exactly how it is.
Sure.
I was getting some really good EVPs from it. It would answer yes or no questions from my REM pod and put off some serious EMF. We made a connection that night, and I was determined to bring her home to do more studies on it. From the answers I was getting every now and then, it seemed to be a child spirit that wanted help. After about a week, strange things would happen while I was at work to my wife, who was a stay at home mom. She would see things out the corner of her eyes every once in a while and felt uncomfortable in our room where I keep the doll. She's used to stuff I bring home, but said this was different. Soon after, I started having hyper realistic nightmares of a tall man that was pitch black. Typical shadow man. Didn't think much of it until my daughter started telling me that she was seeing things in their rooms at night. Yay.
Sorry.
Is it heartburn? You okay?
No, it's just my drainage.
Okay. This has never happened with any of my other haunted objects. The EVP started to get more and more, I guess, demanding in a way, and was definitely not coming from the child. Whatever possesses this very lifelike doll isn't a child spirit, so I've decided to keep it in the shed. The very next day, I was rear-ended on my way home from work. Could be coincidence, but I moved her back in the house. I'm not saying it is necessarily evil, but whatever it is wants a lot of attention, and my wife wants it gone. The only name I have ever got on an EVP was Sherman, which I thought was very strange, but it was honestly the only name that ever came through.
Interesting.
So is it a girl or a boy? I guess it's a they.
It's a they.
Whoever buys this needs to know this is very real and not to be taken lightly. Hear that, guys? Very real, not to be taken lightly. So eBay's legit. No fucking around. If you have any questions, feel free to message me, and I'll usually answer pretty quick. Once again, this is not some happy, loving spirit or just a story I made up. This is what happened, and it will ship the same day. Also, I've tried putting the different clothes on it, and the nightmares got worse. So other than
gosh.
the diaper, try at your own risk. I'm asking exactly what I paid for. It would take less, honestly, to get it out of the home. So I have best offers on. Okay, yeah, I read that right. Okay. So yeah, that is this wonderful baby doll, real life baby.
That baby looks like he's been through a couple gang fights.
Sherman.
Sherman.
This is Sherman, guys. And Sherman is not to be played with. So
No.
very legit. Okay.
Yeah. This one terrifies me.
Oh, is this the train?
Yeah.
All right. So we have a Thomas the Train, guys. And it is exactly what you picture. It is Thomas the Train. The googly eyes and all. Thomas the Train alone terrifies me.
Yeah.
Those cartoons, they should not be allowed to just move their eyes.
Yeah.
It is so weird and
Yeah.
scares the living crap out of me.
Yeah. I
Okay.
agree.
So this is item number 3, the Thomas the Train. Real haunted dolls and enchanted items. Thomas, high activity, plays on its own. Condition used, price $99.
$99?
Yeah, people pay a lot of money for these things. Item description from the seller. Really haunted dolls and enchanted items. Thomas High Activity plays on its own. This is a spirited Thomas the Train. Randomly will start playing on its own. I've experienced shadows, loud footsteps, and flickering lights and laughter. This also makes a great trigger object for spirits to play with. Follow me on my YouTube channel. This is one of the other guys. So there's a lot of like businesses on here that will collect haunted items and then just like resell them.
Right.
Or
right.
find like haunted items. So
like they
I'm
probably
not
do
gonna.
a YouTube thing on it.
Yeah, it's a Phantoms Follow. So I'll mention another one too, and I'll give you guys the link if you are into collecting haunted items. But again, don't get mad at me if anything happens because
Yeah.
it's on you, not me.
I like that he said like it's haunted, but it sounds like other
spirits like to play with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good trigger item. Yeah.
It's funny. I've never heard that before.
So this next one is kind of like a wooden statue, like a African. It looks like it's something that was made like in Africa or Australia or something. Maybe even Egypt. No, not Egypt, because it's like brown and wooden.
It looks like
It's a head.
yeah,
It's a brown wooden head, and it's like carved out of wood, and
almost
it's got,
like a
red
half
paint on it.
monkey
Yeah, or just like a head. It's some head. Anyway.
with red banana peels laying on top of it. That's what it looks like.
I love red bananas. They're my favorite.
Those are my favorite.
All right, so item number 4. Haunted object, active, very unique spirit who can communicate with the below.
The below.
Yes, that's what it says. Condition used, price $240.
Oh my gosh.
All right, description says, only spirit I've come across who communicates with down below. Yes, you heard me correct. If you've ever wondered if your loved one made it above or below, here's your chance. He is able to relay messages from down there. Don't it sounds dirty.
I just
Do not be alarmed or offended to find out who has went to hell. Just to be clear, this is not a negative / demonic spirit, just simply one who can go to that realm. His name is Frank. And he has a very hoarse voice, which makes him sound older, but I'm unsure. Frank does not reveal his age. What I am able to tell is he was very heartbroken, but puts up a tough front. Aww. Frank was not educated at all and made money the best way he could to support his family. He would only get a few hours of sleep per night because of the work he did. His children and wife were always disrespecting him. It was never enough. He had a hard enough time trying to lay all the bills, and then even worse, being belittled. He began to drink very heavy. This then led to his wife kicking him out of the home and still getting his money. Frank ended up in the streets. I think it's supposed to be streets. It says steers. Which didn't seem bad at first. He would learn quickly the dangers of this sad but reality lifestyle. And then that's it. Poor Frank.
Poor Frank.
I know. Some of these get really real. This next one is really real, and I feel like I should put out a like a warning. So it's a knife. It's got some stains on it.
Those look like rust stains.
So advisory, guys. This might be a little brutal. Just skip it if you don't want to hear it.
This is a true crime paranormal.
Yes, yes, exactly, right. But this one kind of bothers me.
Okay.
So, authentic demonic possessed knife, real haunted, extremely dangerous dark web.
Does it just like get up and start stabbing things?
I know. I would not. That would be like the last thing I would want to have. That is like possessed or haunted. It's a knife. It's like you're sharp. Anything sharp? No. Nope. Condition is used. Price is $125.
Jeez.
I feel like it should be more than that. The description from the seller: authentic, demonic, possessed, real knife, satanic, haunted, extremely dangerous. This is a very rare item, comes from the dark web. It's time for it to leave my house.
No kidding.
Haunted murder weapon. Demonic, haunted by demon, and woman blood splatter.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, this is why I said. This is haunted by a woman named Sarah who was murdered by her husband with this knife. You can see where, as there is a ton of blood on the edge where she was stricken.
Why did they wash it off?
I know. Like, why is this not in a police
Yeah, why the
place?
heck? Why is this not in evidence?
He was always abusive. One day in her sleep, he stuck her to death. The story goes further. A psychic evaluated the item and said it is also haunted by a demon named Legion. A legion is a specific type of demon. She believes it is what led him to kill his wife. Legions aren't inherently dangerous, but they can be if you don't treat them right.
Oh my gosh.
Please get this item out of my possession, and it is very dangerous. Please check out my YouTube channel, blah, 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 blah. So, haunted knife. There's a fish on it, too, guys.
That's
and it was
cute.
made in China.
That is so weird.
Yeah, like, why does someone have the... I mean, I guess you get, like, evidence back every now and then, like, or eventually, right?
So
Won't you get it back? You know this.
yes, you do get
Educate
stuff
us.
back. If it depends on what type of crime it was. If it was,
Well, I mean, you're
something-
not going to get, like, cocaine back, so...
No, and you're not going to get murder weapons back.
Oh,
Those
okay.
those are done for.
Okay.
So like if
That would not be something that you would probably
you would
get
not
back.
get it back.
Okay.
So, fun fact though, if you like, let's say I loaned you my shotgun to go hunting, and you took it and you used it in a murder,
Okay.
doesn't matter. It's done for. You're never getting that back.
Right.
I'm never getting that back.
Okay.
So even if
Even
it's
though
not
you didn't do it,
Correct.
it's still in your your possession.
correct,
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
There you go, guys. Amy at law.
do 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 do. Wait. Do do. Yes, that's what I meant.
Item number 6, and this lovely doll this is a doll.
She looks cute,
has
though.
very chubby cheeks, little puckered lips, blue eyes, yellow blonde hair,
Little Red
curly,
Riding Hood.
and she's got a white dress with like red checkered print on it. She's just very cute.
With
and
little
it
white
says,
apron.
It has a sign on it. It says,
Oh, it
"Do
does?
not open under any circumstance." So she's real nice.
She seems great.
It's titled "Real Haunted Doll: Malevolent, Active, Possessed, Creepy, Scary, Spooky, Occult Spirit." Condition used. Price $1,200.
Oh my! This is blowing
Yeah.
my mind.
I know people buy this. Someone just wants Zach Bagans to buy it.
Yeah.
Very haunted doll for sale. One of the creepiest dolls in my entire collection. Warning: real haunted doll. Or capital spooky, scary, spooky, creepy spirit.
Scary,
Spooky, creepy spirit.
Say it again.
Scary, spooky, creepy spirit. My name
Creeping
is.
down the halls.
Wait, is this the? Yeah. Okay, so I'll talk about this guy real quick. My name is Benjamin, and I am the owner of a haunted doll museum. I collect and own rare haunted dolls from all around the world. I saw him a lot on here.
Oh wow.
Welcome to my shop. Take a look at this haunted doll and the others we currently have for sale. The dolls that I own are indeed haunted, and most are quite active. These dolls have been known to move around, make noises, or sing, and even communicate on their own. Meet Medora.
Medora.
Do not let this cute face fool you. This is not your average doll. This doll
That's what they
has
say
been-
about Natalie.
That's what I say. Literally, that's what I tell us. That is exactly what I say. This doll has been rehomed due to many spooky events. When removed from her case, people have reported a hot feeling on their skin and also reported nightmares of a little girl with a rotting, deformed face.
Oh my gosh.
Animals will act out when near her. Chills go down your spine just looking at her. This doll is demonic, and her responses to EVP questions are scary. She has been known to use energy from electronic devices, has opened/closed doors, and has made lights flicker. It has also been reported that she has made new light bulbs go completely out.
Wow.
This doll is meant to stay in her case. She claims to be straight from hell and loves blood and fun games. Buyer beware. Notice, the dolls in my collection are extremely active and known to contain ghosts/spirits. Per eBay, I must state that this item is tangible and is for entertainment purposes only. I will not be liable for any unseen forces, unfortunate events, hospitalizations, or death. This includes any paranormal activity that may or may not occur. Please purchase dolls at your own risk. One last thing. If you or someone you know has a haunted doll that you do not want, please contact me. We do adopt other haunted dolls and kindly accept donations. You hear that, guys? Note, this is a tangible doll and is for entertainment purposes only. So many warnings. If purchased, you will receive your item safely in the mail. Thank you. Check out my favorite haunted dolls caught moving on the tape below. And there's like a link. Oh man, I wish I wrote this guy's information down.
Should we send him our doll?
No. She brings good energy.
Now that we've found a home for her.
Yeah, she's happy here. All right. Is this the last one? No, I got 2 more. Okay, almost done, guys.
What is this?
This I don't really know how to explain this. This also looks like some kind of like voodoo doll. It is
looks
a voodoo
like he
doll.
has a head.
It's
like an arrowhead for a head.
Yeah, it's like a
Made out of
wooden
wood.
doll that looks like it's been set on fire or something. I don't know. It's just made out of some grungy wood.
But he also looks like he's going, wow,
Whoa.
wow.
It is a voodoo doll. Or I think it is. I don't know. So it's titled Haunted Object, Dybbuk Occult, Cursed Item, Evil Demonic Voodoo Spirit Doll. Yes, so it's a voodoo doll. Condition used, price $1,000.
Oh my.
Yeah. Description. Hello and welcome. This is an occult artifact purchased from the Robert Cornell Estate, respectively a private collector of high-end occult and escortic. I cannot read. What is that word? Assortic. Why didn't I not know how to read that? I'm a ding dong, guys. A private collector of high-end occult and assortic items. Wow, that was really easy. Why didn't I just read that? It just looked weird to me. This is a real haunted object. This is a large, authentic occult statue of a demon entity. Has real sacrificial animal patina from many rituals. It's very crusty residue. See, it looks crusty.
It does look crusty.
Still on it contains life force energy. The entity has a creature attached to its back as a sign of demonic spirit attachment. This evil statue is similar to those seen at Zach Bagans' Haunted Museum and similar to a object that was featured on the show Ghost Adventures.
Okay.
This object is an ancient tribal deity used for magic, witchcraft, as well as practitioners of the occult, and contains spirits of different beings and very real spiritual attachment that holds a active portal associated with many strange occurrences. Balls of light have been seen at night coming from and around the statue, as well as dark shadows have been seen around the house. Voices, disembodied chanting, and animal noises have been heard at night. Strange smells come from the object, and on multiple occasions have smelled cigar smoke, rotten meat, and drafts of air that smell like incense.
Ew, Brie, that's disgusting. Rotten meat.
Yeah. That's a sign of a demon. Tapping slash knocking noises. It heard that it smelled. Tapping slash knocking noises heard, as well as disembodied screams have been heard that have woke me up at night, which is spine chilling. You can literally feel the energy coming off this statue. It's very strong and unlike anything you've ever experienced. You get chills just from being near it. Ritualistic noises have been heard, like tribal instruments, drums, and rattles. Very distinct. This item contains so much history and untold stories.
No kidding. I don't like that one.
Yeah.
But this last one I don't like the most.
I'm so excited to tell you about this last one. So, all I gotta say is, you guys ever heard of a California raisin? Because that's what this is. It is a California raisin. It's probably about the size of like a Mr. Potato Head.
Yeah.
It looks like it.
Yeah.
But it's a California raisin, guys. If you don't know what that is, look up California raisins.
Also, that means that you're like way too young to be listening to this podcast.
Yeah. I never grew up with the California raisins. But
really?
Evidently my brother had bed sheets, but we had never been introduced to them once in our lives. My sister's like, "Oh yeah, Matt used to have bed sheets with those on them." And I'm like, "Really?" I was like, "We never watched those." She's like, "Yeah, I know. It's weird."
Well, maybe I don't know what era they're actually from,
I
but
think it's
the 80s.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. 'Cause which is past my time, but I remember seeing them quite often, like toys and stuff like that, at my grandma's house. So that's why I know about them.
1986.
Okay.
So yeah. Okay. Haunted object active, knows his owner. Condition used, price $200. And this is a steal, by the way.
Is it?
All right. Besides being obsessed with this spirit's vessel, his personality is even better. This sounds like a dating website, by the way, for spirits.
Yes, it does.
All right. So here's this California Raisins Tinder.
Okay. Ready for it.
This spirit is another mystery. Only he tells me his owner has a great deal of sadness in their life currently.
Oh.
They feel stuck and like nothing is going to change. However, this spirit definitely has many tools and capabilities to make those changes. This is what I know about this spirit. His name is Kyle. Hey, Kyle.
Hey, Kyle.
What's up? He is in his upper 20s. Guys, Kyle is in his upper 20s, single, ready to mingle.
And is very in tune to other people's feelings.
Yes. You can gather he was and still is very outgoing. Kyle's very outgoing, is in his upper 20s, guys. He has also told me his life was complete chaos. Everybody's is.
But
It's
just
okay.
embrace it.
Everybody's got their
Embrace it.
baggage.
Yeah.
He has a child that he tried to track down, but constantly had games played.
Oh, it sounds like baby mama drama.
I also know his death was a murder made to look like a suicide.
Oh, that's sad.
And that's all about Kyle.
Kyle, I'm glad that you're enjoying your afterlife.
I'm glad. I'm glad he has a sense of humor, it sounds like.
Yeah.
He sounds like he's a cool guy.
He seems like a cool guy to be around.
And it's a great Tinder profile picture, by the way.
Yeah, I agree. I would probably click on it. Yeah.
Swipe right.
Yeah. He's got like his little flexed arm.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know?
His shoes are clean. His teeth
there
are
you go.
white as ever.
It looks like his eyes are a little high, but that's okay.
That's all right.
It's fine. He looks like he's having a good time.
I also have all the links for all of these, but I don't know if I want to post them.
Maybe just if you guys want to link to it, message us and
Yeah, there we
message.
go.
Yeah.
But they very well may be gone by now at this point too, because things
True.
on eBay kind of go quickly. So, there's if you want to know if you're like into the occult and collecting things, there's a lot of stuff on eBay, and I'm sure you already know that. And there's a lot of like legitimate businesses on eBay that sell things, that are haunted, which is mind blowing to me. So, that is Haunted eBay.
Thank you.
Segment 1.
I loved that so much. Thank you.
It was fun. I had fun, but I also got a little creeped out by a couple of them.
I bet.
Like the knife. I didn't like that one at all. That one really bothered me that it was
I want to
used.
know why they have that knife.
It was it was condition used. Condition heavily used. Like this thing is done. It has served it has served its purpose completely.
Condition, you need to wash it.
Yeah. Get some alcohol.
I'm going to tell you a neighborhood story real quick.
Okay.
It's super short and sweet.
Okay. Sorry.
But before that, follow us on all of our social medias, guys. Join our Patreon.
Yes. And if you want to buy us a coffee, buy us a coffee.
Yeah.
You know.
Check out our website, what'swiththeneighbors.com. All that cool stuff.
Our merch is on there.
Yeah.
Always on sale. We've got great stuff. And we have some pretty dope episode shirts. Check those out.
Yeah, we do. I'm wearing a merch shirt right now.
Yeah, we do.
So this is from next door. It's
And you're drinking out of a merch cup. Sorry.
I am. Look at this merch cup, you guys. Isn't it cute? It's green.
It's the pineapple logo.
Wait, where's
Yeah.
it? And it's green on the inside. Isn't that cute?
And there's tea in it too. They come with tea.
Yeah, I'll send you tea.
You can
if
order
guys
tea or coffee.
Yeah, we'll get it for you. We'll get that.
Not really.
You know, if someone buys it, I'll do it.
I
And
will
they're-
send you a tea bag.
Yeah.
I'll tea bag you.
Okay, so this is from Twitter. It's my neighbor would play his trumpet at night, so I changed my Wi-Fi to I can hear you. He changed his to I know. Hashtag my weird neighbor.
I love it.
I love
Short
it.
and sweet. Perfect, but that's awesome.
My brother plays the trumpet.
I wonder if they keep on going back. Does he still play the trumpet?
I mean, I don't know. When he lived up here, he did not play it.
That's a good thing.
Yeah. He played other instruments while he was. You know those really long bugle horns?
Yeah.
He bought one of those and he would play those in this room.
So loud.
He sounded really good.
Yeah.
Though.
Yeah.
He did good with it. So.
Like what old-fashioned kingdoms used to use to
Yeah.
like announce people.
And Germany.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's one of those type of people that can pick up any instrument and play it.
That's how my brother is.
Yeah.
My brother plays guitar.
Well, that's cool.
That's
Why
it.
is my house so quiet?
It is really quiet, isn't it?
Rick might have fallen back
I was about to
sleep.
say.
Anyways, we're gonna get goodbye, everybody.
Yeah.
We love you. Have
Amy's
a
gonna
great
go
day.
spend time with her family.
My kid has a friend over.
Already. She missed her friends.
She did.
Did she see any friends while she was there?
She's